we spend 5 minutes with Jesus. Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 9 reads, "Be earnestly on your guard not to forget these things which your own eyes have seen." Imagine a family reunion, a class reunion, or a gathering of old friends. At any of these events, you will see people sharing cherished memories with each other. They recall joyful or meaningful times they spent together and celebrate the relationships they have built. In the text of today, which we reflect upon, as the Israelites prepare to enter the Promised Land, Moses gathers them together for a similar reunion to remember and marvel at the mighty works God did during their desert journey. What did remembering do for them? It reminded them of who God is. We can imagine the stories they shared, how the Lord revealed his faithfulness when he sent Moses to set them free from slavery, or when the Lord showed his mighty power in sending the plagues of Egypt, or when he showed them he was their provider when he gave them manna in the desert. Remembering can do that for us too. We recall stories from the Bible that reveal God's power, his faithfulness, and his mercy. We can also recall times when God worked in our own lives, and those memories can deepen our trust in who he is. It reminded them of who they are. As the Israelites shared their memories, they couldn't help but understand more fully that they were God's people. He showed them that they were his beloved as they crossed the Red Sea on dry land. They understood that they were the sheep of his flock when he led them through the desert and provided manna from heaven and water from the rock. They knew they weren't orphans when he worked to purify their hearts. Remembering also helps us to see who we are. We are children of God. It shows us that we are beloved. We understand that we are his adopted children, his very own possession. And we see that in baptism, we have become members of his own body, the church in prayer today. So today, let him remind you of who he is and who you are. And let your remembering fill you with joy. Lord God, help me to recall your goodness and your great works. Jesus, I trust in you. We spend some time in silent prayer.